Yeah, it's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. It is January 6, 2019. Give a shout out to my man XY for this one here. Nice Sunday track to vibe out to. Dust by Recluse. This group I've never heard of, but I'm really feeling it. So again, thank you for the song request, XY. What's good, people? Hope you guys are doing all right today. It is Sunday, of course. The week is about to start. Kids are going back to school. All that good stuff. Today we are going to talk about, I know you guys probably heard about this. It was a big frenzy about Fortnite accepting Monero. Well, it looks like it was by accident. Actually, the payment processor that Fortnite used did it by mistake. They implemented it by mistake. So we'll take a look at some tweets from the founder of Epic Gaming that kind of goes over that, and maybe we'll look at some of the comments as well. This is out of Reddit, so interesting take on that. The second article, guys, is about Ethereum, and they've just launched this group. Zsnark's plasma scaling solution has just launched on Testnet. They're saying they're doing about 500 transactions a second, so we'll take a look at that a little bit, see what's going on with that. The solutions are there, it's just about implementing them. Can they implement these solutions and roll them out while the mainnet is running? Let's hope so. I'm rooting for Ethereum. I'm just a little unconvinced right now, if that's the right word. So we'll take a look at that as well. But first, guys, get over to cryptoblood.io. Still got that BitMEX algo going strong. The first quarter, the first 3 months of this algo, I started it back in November, I think November 11th. So we'll have to take a look. I'm going to actually update it to show the first quarter now as well. So I'll have it listed to show you first quarter as being live to the public, the performance. I'll update that probably sometime this week. But this is the performance over the last 12 months. It's I actually didn't update it here, but it's about 308% for the year of 2018. So check it out if you guys are interested. The link is below. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at that market cap. Man, we had a nice bump, guys, today, which is good. I told you, we draw that line, that trend line there. We broke it, but we just a few hours ago actually jumped back above that trend line. I can't really draw it right here on the market cap line graph that I have from coincheckup.com, but as you can see, very bullish move. We jumped above all of this resistance here at 134 and 133. That kind of area, I can group that all together, but that's a pretty bullish move. We're currently at $137 billion with that market cap. And as you can see, I actually is crazy because I drew this bottom line here earlier today because a trading group member actually was wondering if I could do some updates on the trend lines that I do. I simply trade off of support and resistance, and if I need to, I can draw a couple of Fibonacci extensions and retracements, but I rarely even do that. I just strictly trade off of support, resistance, and trend lines, and just paying attention to price action if I'm manually trading, though I don't even manually trade much anymore. We've got the algo running, so I just make sure I monitor those trades. But yeah, when I drew this, we were like around here, and so I was like, well, maybe for sure by like tomorrow we would have had to make a decision, but it shot up beforehand. So this pennant has broken, and this is a new trend line. This doesn't, I had to start here because there was no other corresponding trend line really. There was no other area for me to really create and draw a proper trend line. So that was new, but primarily what we wanted to see was a break above the 3,900 area, and we surely did that. So this now should become support, guys. Anytime you break a resistance area, it becomes support, and we're actually back above this trend line too. So if we see any retracement, the most it should be is 39.60 range. So we're looking to go long here. We got tapped out of our short. we're looking to go long here with the algo at some point, I'm sure. Let's take a look at that first article though. This was, like I said, this is crazy. Fortnite accidentally accepting Monero, says founder of Epic Gaming. So Tim Sweeney says, actually, Fortnite's brief foray into crypto was accidental. We worked with a partner to open a merchandise store, and somewhere along the way, Monero payment was enabled. They referred or referenced the CCN article. He goes on to say here, many of us at Epic are big fans of the decentralized computing technology underlying cryptocurrencies. However, a lot more work is needed on volatility and fraud proofing before bringing this tech to broader audiences that includes young gamers. Now, the fraud proofing part, I'm not too sure about. You know, I feel like cryptocurrencies solves that fraud issue. Okay, that was like when I first used cryptocurrencies on a website, I used to, and I still do, I buy my cigars from Puro Express. All my Cubans, they've been accepting cryptos for at least 4.5 years, at least as long as I've been dealing with cryptos. And I found out that Puro accepted them. They actually give you a 3% discount for using crypto because they're not having to take that hit from the Visa and MasterCard payment processors, so they're passing that savings on to you. When I used it, I'm like, dang, this is like so dope. You can purchase, scan, you know, if you got a wallet on your phone, you can scan the QR code and boom, your order is done. And on the merchant side, this is what I like. You know, I run a couple of businesses and I've had chargebacks before. You can't have a chargeback with cryptocurrencies, so it really eliminates any fraud or risk, I should say, on the merchant side. So I don't know about the fraud part, but I definitely agree with him with the volatility. And this is something that I'll reference the quick interview I had with Charlie Lee back in Vegas. And I brought this point up and he actually agreed with me. He said it's going to be many, many years, 10, 20, even 30 years until cryptocurrencies have matured to the point, the major ones, where volatility is very small and it can be actually used as a currency. You can't use a currency that's volatile. That mechanism, that utility doesn't fit well for a currency that's used day to day for commerce. So, you know, a lot of us out here are really looking forward to, in the short term, in the near term, to see cryptocurrencies used as a actual currency that you buy a cup of coffee with. You may see it here and there, but on a mass scale, you won't see the population using it because, first, the merchant is not going to be willing to really take on that much risk per transaction when there's a lot of volatility. They need to know kind of where their revenue is, and it can't fluctuate like that when you're operating a business. And on the consumer side, people will be in mass, people will be reluctant to spend their cryptocurrencies if they know that it possibly will go up in the future, or have the anxiety of it possibly going up in the future. So that's why we got a little ways to go, guys, before you see cryptocurrencies used by the masses for different commerce. That's why I'm sticking to my theory that the first cryptocurrency that you will actually see used on mass are your stable coins. So believe it or not, that's just what it's going to be, and that's fine because that'll get individuals, consumers, comfortable using cryptocurrencies, and then that'll be their introduction to other digital assets like Bitcoin, Litecoin, whatever coin you want to be a fanboy of, right? So I think that's how it's going to go down, people. You guys let me know your thoughts, but I just wanted to drop that on you. Fortnite is not really accepting cryptocurrencies at this moment. This one person says the fact that crypto payments could be accidentally added inside of a title speaks volumes on how far things have come. They don't want to risk shareholder value. Pretty simple, really. Another person says, wow, now that you mention it, this is an incredible thing to just have accidentally happen. in one of the most popular games currently, if not the most popular game. The devs just kind of oops crypto payments into a title. Another person here, Niximo, says it was the merchandise store, not in the game. The store was most probably ready-made solution with plenty of modules. Yeah, that's what I think happened, that can be pretty much turned on and off on the fly. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking happened. That's exactly what happened in my opinion. So there you have it. Just wanted to give you guys that update on that. Second article, out of trust nodes. Haven't read an article from here in a while. ZK Snark's Plasma ETH scaling solution of 500 TXs launched on Testnet. It says developers at the Ethereum Foundation and at a startup called Matter Inc. have launched on Testnet a plasma scaling solution that uses ZK Snarks to allow for 500 transactions a second or more, they say. It says in Ignis, verification of transactions by users is replaced by this following approach. Operators proposing blocks must submit a snark providing that the new block is correct, which is verified automatically by the smart contract. No incorrect block can ever be included by an operator, so users do not need to always be online and constantly monitor transaction activity. Unfortunately, data available remains an open challenge, which does not seem possible to solve without trade-offs. Ignis follows the on-chain data approach proposed by Vitalik Buterin. A small piece of data, 9 bytes in our case, from every transaction is posted to the Ethereum virtual machine in order to guarantee that everybody can reconstruct the Merkle state. So I know that's a little technical for some of you guys, but yeah, that's interesting that, you know, so essentially saying that they still have some challenges to overcome, because, you know, you still have to have some piece of data available in the Merkle tree for individuals in the network to know what's going on. And it looks like they kind of broke it down in layman's terms here. In far more simple terms, you send funds to a smart contract which keeps account of transactions through the use of snarks. As we'll detail later, we naturally had a test run to see how it works. It starts with a deposit on the RinkBuy testnet. So it just kind of goes through how the whole process will occur and flow. So here are a few Q&As from this whole experiment here. It says, how long does it take for something to happen? It says current block size is 8, so there must be 8 transactions from you or anybody else for transfers to work. Once the block of 8 is full, the block will be committed and you'll see pending change in the balance. So this whole operation is essentially condensing 8 transactions into one on-chain transaction. In production, it will be up to 1,600 transactions. So it looks like the transactions will cost around 375 GUI per transaction, and it can be slightly over 600 on chain. So then it was posed the question, if I understand this at a high level, you're basically depositing funds to a smart contract, then the smart contract keeps account of the transactions through ZK Snarks. You will also not have to be online. The Ethereum virtual machine will take care of the verification so that operators cannot cheat. But my question is, if they're looking to, and I think this is the goal, is that they're going to be switching to I think a new virtual machine that's WebAssembly based. So I'm wondering how that's going to really fit into everything. Are they going to have to rebuild this whole ZK Snarks scaling solution for the new virtual machine? I'm not sure. I'll have to do some more research, but I just wanted to let you know that they just launched this on the testnet. If any of you are interested in that, you can check out more information in the article. I believe it's the plasma scaling solution that they're working on, the ZK Snarks team. So yeah, just wanted to give you guys an update on that. You know, like I said, I need to see something on mainnet. How far away are we with these types of scaling solutions for mainnet? I think over a year, in my opinion, simply because they have to still upgrade the mainnet to the new virtual machine with Casper and all that good stuff that they're trying to scale up to. So again, you guys let me know your thoughts about that. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Click that bell, all that good stuff. You know the routine. Shout out to my man XY again for that song request. by Recluse called Dust. And this is your boy Crypto Blood. That's my 2 Satoshis for January 6, 2019. We out of here, people. Holla!